So again, YouTube, Truth Man here. The channel is the No Metrics, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Shout out to all my subscribers. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all sharing the content. If you can, send Cash App or Super Thanks. In particular, and especially if it's content by request. Shout out to Charisma. He basically been supporting him, Waddell, Osama, what's his name, Obama, and others have supported the channel. People have been supporting the channel, and I appreciate that. And if you're one of those people that you appreciate what this channel do, just hit the Cash App or hit the Super Thanks, preferably the Cash App. Even if it's just $1, it don't matter, man. I look at them all the same. I look at it like this person looking out for me. This person respect me and appreciate what I do, even if it's $1. Keeping it $1 with $1. You know, $2, $5, $7, whatever you can stand. As much as you can stand, without inconveniencing yourself. Because I don't do this just for that. If you look at how many videos I got, and I'm gonna keep this wagon rolling. Pause. I ain't talking about, well, let me rephrase that. I'm gonna keep this channel going. With a lot of free stuff. You want the personalized writings, hit the Cash App. You know. But what I want to talk about today is our code of conduct as men, and particularly black men, but all men. We got white men in this brotherhood. We got Latinos in this brotherhood. We got Italians. We got every race. So this really for everybody. It's for everybody. But the thing about it is, black guys, I want to emphasize so that you will catch up, so to speak, in these areas with these other races. You can't listen to these black women that try to put us down, or you can't listen to the ones who are racist and overlook us. Right now, you need to be listening to what I'm finna say and do what I say do. This one right here, you want to write it down. You want to take notes. You want to do what I say do. Because like I said, a lot of time I be sharing based on my failures. And if you avoid the things I did that caused failure, you'll have success. See, if a person ain't sharing their failures with you, you know, it's only gonna half count. So let's get into this code of conduct for men in 2024 going into 2025. First thing, do not be getting these chicks pregnant. Bust your nut everywhere but in there. Don't do it. You got to see what's going to happen in the world first, man. You don't even know what's going to happen in the world. We got countries threatening us. You know, we got inflation all over the place. So just kind of hold off on that, man. We got women that be turning against men. 1 minute they love you and it's this. The next minute you in divorce court, you in family court. You getting talked to like you ain't nothing. You ain't about nothing. So you can solve that by not making no babies right now. I don't care how old you is. For us men, you're never too old. Al Pacino proved that, man. 82 years old, making babies. So that's the first thing. Slow up, hold up, or don't make no kids right now. Especially if you're not well-to-do financially. And even if you are, why would you want to give up all that money? Second thing is no marriage license marriage. I don't care how much you respect whoever telling you to do it. They tell you sabotaging your relationship. You planning for divorce. None of that's true. You looking at stats. You look at stats, right? Don't you judge things based on the stats sometimes? I know I do. And the stats say that the average marriage only lasts 8 years. So why would you get a marriage license? What if yours lasts less? You gonna be paying all kind of money, have all type of turmoil and heartache. Trust me, man. Don't get no marriage license, man. No marriage license. So number one, I said don't have no kids right now. Number two, don't get no marriage license. If you get married, just have a simple ceremony. Lock hands in prayer and present your relationship as marriage unto the Most High. Keep the government out of it. So that's number two. Can't nobody tell you can't get married. You can get married on your own without a marriage license. That's number two. Number three is always save money, especially this year. As much as you can. As much as you can. As much as you can. Save. Don't let people, invest this, invest that. We're going to get to that. But saving is higher up in the ladder. You want to build that cash up. With saving $1,000 is $1,000. With investing $1,000 might be $998 one day, $991 the next. So save it. Save your money. Every time I got in financial trouble, every time I had to borrow, it's because I wasn't saving. Number four, get you a notepad and some envelopes and manage your bills. Manage your bills. This means you write on there miscellaneous, put money in there for miscellaneous. You write on there car repairs, etc. You put in there car repairs, etc. You write in there food, clothes, all separate envelopes. Haircuts or hair done, all separate envelopes. This is for women too. Women, I think some of this stuff y'all can apply. So you want to have separate envelopes for all of that. And for your kids too. If you got kids, you want to have a separate envelope for your kid. While they're young, whatever, just put up money their whole entire childhood. You know? The next thing is don't fight meaningless fights. What do I mean? Some people, when people don't respect you, it just don't make sense to argue with them. Because when you argue with a person that don't respect you, it's going to be more draining than if you argue with a person that respects you. Because if you arguing with a person that respects you, usually it's going to be they just trying to help you a lot of times. Like, let's say they know something and you don't want to do the thing that they know, and you arguing with them, it's going to be less draining than any argument you have with people that don't respect you. Trust me, man. I don't even do hard work at my job, but sometimes when I go home, I just be tired of going back and forth with these guys that don't even know how to behave. They got behavior issues. That's why they in jail. Anybody that's in jail for a crime is because they got behavior issues, whether it's getting drunk, whether it's DV, no matter what it is. If they in jail for a crime that they did, that's behavior issue. So it don't even make sense to argue with them. Let them think what they want. They talk the tough talk. They be like, niggas out here got them switch things and all this other stuff. Ain't no. And listen, man, you whatever gonna happen, gonna happen. That's just the way it is. I'm not finna walk around scared of none of these guys, they crews, they guns, or anything about it. I'm just not. Whatever happens, happens, man. It's in the Most High's hand. And may his judgment and cursings come upon anybody that will set me back or my loved ones in life. Man, the air dry out here. I need some water. Take this in there. So that's the next thing. Don't be arguing with, okay, if you always arguing with somebody that you supposed to be in a relationship with, just break up with them. What's the point? If you polygynous, she wants you to be monogamous, just break up with her and only deal with polygynous women. Now, I know we can't always just leave. Situations, circumstances may vary, but you will get sick dealing with enemies. Even if you want an enemy to be a friend or to be a companion, you're putting yourself at risk dealing with them on the record. So don't. You know? Next thing, choose your friends wisely. What's wisely? Wisely is friends that you can have fun with without going to jail, without beefing with others, without getting sick, without damaging your body. If you want to drink, this is friends who you start having too many, they're going to say, hey man, that's enough. Pick your friends wisely. That's the next thing. The next thing y'all know that I always talk about after this, stop caring what people think. Most people that saying they depressed is because they worried about how people view them. Listen, man, if you down financially, you just down financially. You don't let it become depression and you not enjoying life. Because, man, I'm going to tell you, man, I look in the mirror and I still look good. But I'm getting older. I'm getting older. I mean, it seemed like it was just yesterday. I was 22 looking in the mirror. Now, hey man, I might feel like one, but I ain't no spring chicken. So don't let people's opinions affect you. Especially on this YouTube stuff. Because these women, in particular, there's guys too. If they don't like your content or they don't like you, they're going to always have something slick to say. And most of the time, you can't even see how they look. People be worried about people who they can't even see how they look. I don't. Stop worrying about other people's opinions. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody got one. And everybody use it. So it don't make sense to worry about it, because if you need to think of yourself a certain way, and you do, and people want to talk about you in a different way that you need to view yourself to have a peaceful, meaningful life, always remember, they don't matter. They don't matter. And like Kendrick Lamar said, and like that, it's a lot of goofies with a check. So don't let these guys that might be doing better than you financially have you not appreciating the fact that you still breathing. It's a lot of goofies with a check. So next thing. Make sure you make time for fun, for recreation. You off from work, you shouldn't spend all of your time off from work doing yard work. That's more work. You just switch and work. You'll be back at that job that a lot of y'all hate before you know it. That's why I say, man, if you can't, do that yard work before you go to work, man. If you work second shift, cut the grass like in the morning when you get up. Instead of on your off day, you should be at the movies, you should be playing golf, you should be fishing, you should be going out to eat. Whatever you do that's fun, ball games, whatever you do that's fun. That's what you should be doing on your off day, at least one of them. And you want to do that work, washing clothes, all that stuff, and you off 2 days, man, just do that the second day before you finna go back to work. That first day, man, play. Next thing, man, shoot your shot at these women. Shoot your shot, man. You ain't gonna hit every shot. Some women ain't gonna like you. Some women gonna say you ugly. Some women gonna say you too short. Some women gonna say you broke. Forget them. They don't deserve it. Be a quality man. Then that way you can laugh at these women that try to turn you down in your city. You see them again and they with a bad guy. Or they selling for a dude that's locked up, ain't getting out, being there for him, getting old right with him, instead of getting out here and getting with you. So that's the next thing. Shoot your shot, man. Shoot your shot. You ain't gotta be, you can be right to the point. Hey, listen, I know you're in a hurry. Put my number in your phone. Give me a call sometime if you're single. Don't mess with that's next thing. Don't mess with no married women. Nobody that's nobody's sneaky link. Nobody that is committed to somebody else in a relationship. If they tell you they with somebody, get somebody else. As simple as that. You ain't that tough. You being petty. When you give this chick a chance to be evil and sneaky, you being petty. So don't go after them type. She say, "Oh, I don't got nobody." Like, oh, okay. That's good for me, man. What I gotta do to take you out? She turn you down, that's it. That was her chance. Don't let her come back later after dude leave her for somebody else. Be like, nah. You said you didn't want, we just gonna stick there. Because what'll happen is you'll be one of the ones that it'll seem like you're getting somewhere, and boom, you one of the ones that your relationship ends. So when they reject you, man, just keep it pushing. Especially if you already got other women. And if you already got other women that you know like you, keep it pushing. They reject you, keep it pushing, man. That's another thing you need to do. We need to have a code amongst men that we ain't gonna mess with each other's wives or girlfriends. We gonna be men. We gonna have confidence in ourselves that we are hunters and we can find those women that don't have anybody. We can. And that's what we need to do. So, the next thing I would say, okay, we talked about bills and how to maintain those. Next thing I would say is keep business and personal. What do I mean by this? I'm not telling you not to be cool with people at your job. I'm telling you to have discernment with people at your job. If you see them talking about other people all the time, it's possible they talking about you too. Know how to keep it with each individual. Have the discernment to say, oh, this is a friend right here. So you can do stuff with him. You can invite him to your house for the fight. Stuff like that. Don't be inviting people to your house that's haters and they only coming because a dude they like is coming, but they don't even like you. You gotta have discernment. Keep it business with most of your coworkers. Keep it business. Don't talk too much. Because another thing that I notice going on jobs is when the job you say you don't like, that's what your supervisor gonna keep you at. So, like me, I just want to be ducked off by myself doing my work. I don't want to have a bunch of people in my face every second. You know, I'd rather just stay where I'm at, be stationary by myself. Some people, they want to get out and move around. Ain't no problem with that. That's not what I want to do. So, the next thing, we have election year coming up. Don't let politics divide you from your friends, man. Ain't neither one of them perfect. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Trump is better for us than Biden. But Trump has his ways too. Like that little immunity for police, we don't need to see that because that could turn into some lynchings. We don't need them to be able to gun us down for being black and nothing happened to them. You know, so don't lose friendships over politics in 2024. If you know you are a conservative and you know one of your friends is a liberal, a Democrat, don't even talk about politics. You go vote, just go vote, and he go vote, he just go vote, or she, or whatever. You're not gonna convert people, man. They gotta convert themselves. You're not gonna change these people's mind. People be losing friendships, quality friendships, over politics, and I know because me and the guy I know, one of my friends, we didn't talk to each other for a long time. Because he's Democrat and he hates Trump. You know. But my attitude now is he hates Trump, he just hates Trump. The next thing, religiously, spiritually, do your own research. Like when I say stuff, do your own research. Don't get off into none of us on YouTube where you think everything we say is the truth. and you don't feel you have to study it. I encourage you to study the things I say. I do. Some of the things I say be off the wall, as it was brought to my attention yesterday. But anything I say that appears to be a little too vulgar or anything, the reason why I'm doing that, I'm gonna tell you, is because I believe that transparency is like one of the most important things of a person's character. Like, you shouldn't have to figure out who I am. You should already know. And then when I'm around you, you see the same person with jokes that are sometimes dirty. You won't get to judging me and spiritually. You already know how I am. You know? The next thing that you need to do in 2024 is start loading up on small things, like just, you got extra money, just buy a couple boxes of matches, a couple battery operated lamps, stack them all to the side. If you don't use them, you don't use them. Ammo, guns, bow and arrows, weaponry in general. You don't use it, you don't use it, man. That's fine. The next thing I would say, invest a little, but don't go crazy with it. Don't go crazy with investing, man. Don't go crazy. What else do I want to add to this? The next thing is, don't get too busy for your kids if you have kids. Don't get too busy for your kids. My father told me before he died that these years went so fast. From me being a kid to me being grown. And he was just saying, spend time with your kids. But the last and final thing I want to mention is, spend time with your kids, but don't spend too much time with them to the point where they're not independent. Teach them independence while you're with them. Teach your sons how to cut the grass, how to put gas. If he when your son little, you should be showing him how to pump the gas. Have him lifting weights, doing manly stuff. Because if you don't, his mama, trust me, man, you're going to start to notice. You're going to start to notice they'll be shy if you don't spend too much time, like if you don't spend enough time doing masculine things. Not gay, shy. You teach your son to look people in their eyes when he talk to them and fear no man. And shake his hand with a firm handshake. These are all the things we need to be teaching our son. Teach your daughter not to let guys touch on her and to save herself for marriage. And to be good in school. Well, both of them should be good in school. But anyway, let me get out of here. We may do another one because there's so much more to talk about. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Hit the Cash App, buck for keeping it a buck, or whatever you can do. And I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all probably tonight with No Matrix After Dark.